Hello everyone, for this tutorial video I like to explain how to solve a simple series circuit with a capacitor and inductor in it at the same exact time. As you probably can already predict, the math, especially for calculating the total impedance, will be more complicated, because of the fact we have 3 different phases now and not simply 2. But the good news is, if you are comfortable with how phasors and vectors work, the math will not be too surprising, because it is simply a longer application of what we already know to be true. If we were given this specific circuit, we would start by first noticing the resistance across the resistor is given off the bat, like it normally is for resistors. But for the inductor and capacitor, we would have to calculate the reactance with the appropriate formulas. And then we would notice, unfortunately, the phase of the capacitor is different than the phase of the inductor is different than the phase of the resistor. So when we add these to get the total impedance, we would have to use trigonometry to convert these to the appropriate rectangular format before we just go ahead and add the resistances. But once we do that step, we then can add the resistances like normal and conclude that it is the total impedance. For the total current, we would simply divide the total voltage given by the total impedance calculated, and also conclude that it is the same current across each component as well by simple rules of how series circuits work. And then finally, we would calculate the voltage across each component individually by multiplying the resistance or reactance by the current calculated. Now that I've explained series circuits that involve capacitors, inductors, and resistors all at once, I can talk about its parallel circuit counterpart. And then after that, I can talk about series parallel circuits that involve all 3 components. Because most real-life circuits are series parallel, instead of a simple series or simple parallel circuit. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this video informative, and make sure to see the other tutorial videos, and follow me on either Facebook or Twitter for more content.